Hi everyone, welcome to Driving Fail February. Trust your left knee, eyes up the road. Because if you trust your left knee and keep your eyes up the road, you'll see things sooner as well. Yeah, big bear. And what's that bus likely to do? We've got lane 2 free if needed. You can glide round a little bit, couldn't you? What are we now going to do? Agreed. A little bit of patience goes a long way. There's been a collision up there as well. Honestly. It's tiring on what people are like.
Merge in turn and using all the space is correct in most situations, but would you do it here? Watch the driver of the Mercedes behind.
So not that that means much, I know, yeah.
It just shows you how close people actually look, doesn't it?
Always makes me laugh on motorways when it goes like lanes 1, 2 and 3 will be shut and it's only 4 that's open, and then people just go and the next minute and they kind of drive with the cones to move over.
Yeah. I know I'm an advocate of using all the space, but not in those situations.
No.
And it was just clear that the driver of this Mercedes just hadn't even seen that, had they?
No.
Anyway. Everything that I do is all about road safety. I'm trying to do whatever I can to stop incidents and accidents happen. Unfortunately, that's not always going to be the case. I've always liked the Audi TT. I know sometimes they can be classed as a little bit of a hairdresser's car, but I don't think that's the case. But we're going to be looking at one in today's integration. This Audi TT has got some impressive numbers, and it's not necessarily for a good reason. There's a couple of stats on this car vertical report that I'd like to have a little look at, and the first is the number of owners. Now, it doesn't always mean if the vehicle that you're looking at has got many owners that it's not a good vehicle. Sometimes highly desirable vehicles can get passed from one person to the next quite quickly. However, if a car has had many owners, it could mean that maybe there's some underlying problems. That's where a car vertical report comes in. The next stat from this report is the number of crashes that this Audi TT has had, and it's had 3. It's been really unlucky. It had one quite early on in its life in 2013. It had another one in 2020, and if we look at the timeline at the end of the report, it also looks as though it's had one quite recently at the end of 2024. The pictures tell a pretty good story of what the second collision was all about. However, this has been damaged 3 times. Is this something that you would want to risk your money on? Well, you can make that decision quickly and easily if you get it checked. Don't forget, use my link, Ashley, and you can get 20% off checking out your next potential purchase. Thanks, Car Vertical.
Just back about look.
Look at this Mini's position. Look at where they are in the lane. They're also going through a red light. But did you see where they were in the lane?
Close there.
Why is that?
Because they don't have a clue.
They've got no. That's right. They're looking down. They've got no idea on how to fix their positioning. Look at them in the lane now.
Still close to the right.
People are terrible at positioning.
Yeah.
Awful. And they're terrible at jumping red lights. What are you writing down, Cassia?
Not about.
Off the B.
You were a little late slowing down. You assumed that the student was just going to do it.
Yeah.
That was the first time I've ever done it.
Yeah.
You needed to be well into that a little bit more.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
Remember, be watching me right across the road.
It is as well, isn't it? Oh, God.
Size of that?
Look at its back. Oh. Okay, there's a bit going on coming up now, so...
What are you going to do with this? Gently brake.
Yeah.
So when I'm doing that, coming into lights, Ash, we reach something that we call past the point of no return, where we couldn't stop.
Yeah.
This crossing won't change because no one's pressed it, but we could do the same.
Yeah.
Now, this taxi driver behind's really close, so we could stop, we're through. And I said we're through there earlier than I did do at the previous set of lights, and it was because...
There's no one on the crossing.
No.
Oh, because of the taxi driver.
This fella's a bit close.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So if he's a little bit close, we've just got to start doing things earlier.
Okay.
So even with the queue of the traffic, check him out. He's dropped off a bit now,
Yeah.
which is a bit better, but still use your brake earlier.
Yeah.
Now, brake a bit more. Is there room to get past this junction, do you think?
There is, yeah.
Great, so you can just keep on rolling in. And stop so you still see all of the van. So stop about there.
Then explain that allows it to see us. And...
Great, we've got a better view round the side. Have a look at the taxi driver behind. Has he cleared the road?
No, he's blocked it, hasn't he?
Okay, so if someone came down this road now and wanted to turn in, would it potentially hold all the traffic coming in the opposite direction?
It could do, yeah.
It could?
Yeah.
Okay. Has us parking at this distance allowed maybe a little bit of a shuffle
a
move?
couple more yards to
and make...
to allow him. Perfect.
There's Brian as well. I know Brian.
Yeah, just skidded it, done. Yeah.
And it's Brian. That was Brian as well. It's one of my old neighbours.
Can I ask you a question about something that we've already done?
No. Of course you can, mate. No surprise. I've had my Focus ST now for 16 or 17 months, and in the time that I've had it, what are you doing? Jesus.
People often ask me about recording and driving. Well, this is a prime example of how it should be done. If risk increases, shut up and concentrate on it.
I've had my Focus ST for about 16 months.
When people wish to merge, I generally let them in whenever they wish to, but the consideration I show the driver of this Volvo isn't reciprocated.
Are they closing that space down now? Yes. What an absolute idiot. There's a car to your left. Absolute muppet. Wow, that is a pink sky. Nice. You needed that clutch up before the corner though. You had to do more. You cannot go faster. We're not going to avoid, we're going to be ready to slow. Do you know how to slow and clutch down? First gear. Stop. Good. Now what? Good. Good. Just don't rush with the bike though, mate. Good. Happy with where we are? Good. Good. Well done. Pretty good job, mate. That's an overtake and a half. Thought you did well with that, mate. Yeah, just left me over the middle of these. Has he literally had no chance of getting in that space, or has he just what I call lazy lashed it?
I think he's lazy. I think
It's lazy lashed it,
yeah,
possibly,
I think he's
isn't
doing
it?
the delivery and just thought, yeah.
Lazy lashed it. Oh no, it's a tight little space.
Yeah.
I think he could have got more in there,
Yeah.
I was honest, but just be patient. Teach your students that as well. Yeah, he's lazy.
Yeah.
He's lazy lashed it, isn't he? Thanks, buddy. Hard job, delivery or drivers, haven't
Oh
they?
no.
Yeah. There's not enough parking for them to
No.
do their job a lot of the time.
And they're on like a time scale, I think now, aren't they?
They are, yeah, they're pushed.
Yeah.
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 Bullseye diagram.
Yeah.
Don't be scared of using them.
Yeah.
Don't be scared of using this.
Yeah.
Try not to let them increase risk.
Yeah.
Here, the pedestrians could cross. Cover your brake, Ash. Use your brake a little bit. Now she's got to wait for a mate. She is. She's crossed the road then to wait
Yeah.
for a mate.
It was the attitude as well, though, wasn't it?
But you'll get that
Yeah.
with, honestly,
Yeah.
people with learner drivers.
Yeah.
You absolutely will.
Yeah.
I'm going to do a lefty and I'll do a shimon and a
Yeah.
left onto...
Yeah. And left of the roundabout.
Yeah.
And then round.
So that would we would be doing a... Yeah, the right turn there onto sort of car lane that way. It's my biggest pet hate that, you know, people don't say thanks. I hate, honestly.
She just barged. I think more to the point, she realised the mistake she'd made, and then was just straight facing it. Just look. What do you think?
Yeah, probably, yeah. She knew what she'd done, hadn't she?
Yeah.
This vehicle behind looks as though it's got an ADI badge in the top corner of the windscreen. This means they're a fully qualified driving instructor.
What would you say?
Okay. After traffic lights turn right, okay, let's hold back. How many cars are in front of us?
Loads.
Yeah, we're not going to clear now, so...
No.
Okay.
I've done me. Was that a learner driving over the curb? Nice. Wow. That wasn't a driving instructor. I don't think it was.
I think he's got the L plates on. I haven't even better learn from him, though.
Imagine teaching that attitude. Rather than get to Jules. If you don't have to use them, don't do it verbally.
Right. So
And
as soon as he was at the point where I'd spotted,
He hasn't slowing
he's
down.
not slowing
Come
down
off the gas, so and so, whatever.
Okay, got you.
Yeah.
Right. So the fact that I then controlled him with that was too.
Yes, thank you so much for being patient with me.
Watch. Look at this idiot. It's a one-way street.
Wrong way down a one-way street.
I saw 30, 40. What's up?
Which was quite a high percent. I just took the percentages here, by the way,
Yeah.
and tried to link them to what we do,
Okay, yeah.
do.
Yeah.
And then go off and practice, and I link it to go off and practice what you're going to
Yes.
teach type thing.
Yes, absolutely. And then what you then need to do is What you then go off and do is what we've got to do in the car, which is different. Oh, I missed the bus. What we've got to go off and do in the car, which is different,
Yeah.
is, you're right, mate, is go and pick the area. It's not going to get you there any quicker driving over the pavement, especially when you're turning right like this. I would expect more from a professional driver, wouldn't you? They expect it off the taxi driver, but not an ambulance driver. And that's from the instructor as well, looking over the bonnet.
It's looking quite busy in Edge Lane as well in both directions, and shopping park through until Queen's Drive to Rocker. Travel time taking 15 minutes to get through, and the M6 southbound at junction 23 for the East Langton Haydock. You've got a broken down vehicle, the lane is closed on the entry slip road, and you've got slow traffic in the area. Other than that, everything else looking okay. We'll have another check after 5.
Will the micro come past behind? There we go. You can just tell people who have very little planning all the time. That's why I was holding back. But all they're doing is just looking at that vehicle in front of them. They also had terrible lane discipline, which also doesn't help. Good. When?
No.
Keep looking in front. You didn't keep up with the flow of the traffic, you slowed. You've got to keep up with the one that passes you.
Yeah.
Yeah? You did okay, however, you missed a little gap that you probably could have gone, but if you're ever in doubt, do exactly what you did. Yeah?
Okay.
Good. Pick your gear. Well done. Nicely sorted, mate.
That was probably more you than me, wasn't it?
And no, I actually didn't press them much. I got to the clutch and used the brake, but you were in charge of that, mate, believe it or not.
That's okay.
Okay?
I wasn't sure whether that was me or you, that's all.
No, you did pretty much all of it yourself.
Fucking idiots.
Yeah, they are, but you dealt with it all right, mate. Yeah? All I was making sure that you weren't going to just steer, that's why you held the wheel.
Yep.
They're awful, and they can't drive.
Of course, just going past them now.
Yep, absolutely. What's the taxi doing in front?